Okay, so I've been meaning to talk about this for a really long time, which is entertainment. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I am a crusader. Okay? I'm a conquistador in a holy war against entertainment. And this is why I'm making this video, to explain why I'm so against entertainment. And let me put this disclaimer. I'm not against people having fun. I'm not against people having a good time. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to have some leisure time, you know. But today, the entertainment of today, I think we can confirm it for a fact that it is of the lamest, lowest, cheapest caliber possible. And I have to say this, the biggest symptom of entertainment today is the popularity of memes. If you haven't noticed, memes have infected and infested everything. Nothing is safe from memes. And I think this is a symptom of the cheapest entertainment possible. Entertainment has done this to people nowadays where anything will do. Anything will suffice, no matter how egregious the quality is. Right? Even though we all know that most Hollywood movies nowadays are just garbage, a cesspool of mediocrity. And people still watch them, I don't know, for the meme factor, maybe. To meme on that shit. And it is just so appalling. It's just so appalling, folks. Listen. Listen, folks. This is just my opinion. Adults should not pursue and seek to be entertained 24/7. It's not healthy. It's not healthy in any way, shape, or form. You see, when I think of entertainment, I imagine, only children and animals should be easily entertained. You jingle keys in front of them. You see, kids and animals just want to be tickled just right. Human beings, adults, should not be this way. Human beings should have dignity. I think that this is the only thing that really matters. Your dignity, how you think and how you behave, your conduct, your mindset, and your dignity. These are probably the only things that really matter in this world, in this life. And it shows to me, it demonstrates that because people are so, bedazzled by this cheap entertainment, it shows me that most people don't respect themselves. And listen, they don't respect themselves. I know what I'm talking about because I used to be this type of person. I used to watch dumb, filthy shit all the time. The most mundane dumbness. Any show, any movie, whatever, it didn't matter. I just wanted to be entertained. I wanted to watch constantly so I didn't have to think about the real things that matter, right? I didn't have to feel anything because I was entertained. I was tickled just right. This is what entertainment does. It deceives with illusions and delusions. You're almost deceiving yourself because you're the one that presses click. Okay? I used to be like this. I know what I'm talking about. I used to be in your shoes. And listen, when I think about my younger self, how I wasted my time on the lowest entertainment possible. I just want to beat the shit out of that kid because I wasted so much of my youth on nothing, okay? I know what I'm talking about. I used to be that type of person. Memes and all of this dumb shit. Nothing but stupid videos. I used to watch everything because I didn't know any better. But I was a dumb kid. I guess this is the only excuse that I can use in my defense. But now, I'm so thankful that I escaped. Okay, listen. Entertainment cheapens everything. Entertainment today trivializes everything. Everything is taken for granted. Everything is so banal, mediocre, okay? Mundane, common, right? The lowest denomination, the lowest standard. There is no standard. Anything goes, right? Entertainment dumbs down. Entertainment poisons the mind. Entertainment putrefies the heart. It 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 kills the soul. It murders everything that should be special in a human being. This is what entertainment does. Entertainment dumbs down people, and entertainment turns people into empty, hollow shells. You know, and people are willing to be buried in this gutter, in this cesspit, in this cesspool, in this trash of nothingness. Because they have no respect for themselves. There is no dignity. I didn't have no dignity back in the day when I was 15, 16. I watched anything. It didn't matter. Because, you know, it was better than being depressed or whatever, I guess. Right? And of course, because most people, myself included, have no real role models, no real examples. This is why people today, they just pick anything and they watch anything, because there is no standard. There is no example to be followed. There's nothing to aspire for, right? You can't aspire to be like somebody, because everybody is the same in every aspect. In every aspect. Yet again, this is what entertainment does. The person that watches cheap entertainment, that person is reduced to a singular template. There is only one template, and almost everybody is in this template, one category, right? You know, when people get together nowadays, they don't really talk about anything. They don't have anything to talk about. So, when people get together, automatically, everybody pops up their phone and each person shows the other person, I don't know, a meme video, you know, something about a video game, right? Some short clip that's supposed to be funny. I don't know, and I don't care. I've seen this, both in real life and online. This is what people do nowadays. The minute they get together, they pop their phones and they're like this, yo, bro, let me show you this meme, bro. Let me show you this funny video. And I'm like, bro, take this shit away from me. I don't care about your stupid clip about something, right? I don't care. Get that shit away from me. I don't care. I'm not interested, right? And clearly, there's nothing going on here, so maybe you should leave. Just leave me alone, bro. This is my reaction to people in general. In general, people have nothing to talk about. Their heads are empty. And I'm not here to say that I'm better than anyone. I'm not. But when I think about my younger self, I can say honestly that I was dumber than a sack of bricks. Listen, bro. When I was younger, I was an imbecile, semi-illiterate, and I thought that I was special. I thought that I was different. I thought that I was rare, that I was separate from everybody else, right? And then when I finally awakened, I was just so ashamed of myself. And I still am ashamed of my younger self. My younger self was an idiot, an imbecile, right? And this is the problem, yet again. Because the cheapness of the entertainment today, because it is so universally accepted, because it has infected everyone. Most people today, they feel absolutely no shame. There is no self-analysis. People do not criticize themselves. They do not know how to criticize themselves. Whatever dumb shit they do, they just laugh it off. They are not embarrassed of their conduct. They're not ashamed of their behavior. They are not cringing because of the filth that comes out of their mouths. That should be words. This is extremely shocking. This is what entertainment does to people. It rots their brains to such an extent that now people truly think of themselves as being the apogee, the climax, the peak, the best version of themselves, and people can't even read. People, bro, you've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. Young people, younger than me, older than me, they can't even string a cohesive, comprehensive sentence together. It's like they suffer from some sort of mental palsy. They got shit in their mouth. And they have this vacant, smiley look on their face. It's like they're not really there. It's like they're under the influence of some sort of narcotic that has made them, insentient. There is no sapience. There is no, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, folks. Entertainment is a disease. Memes are a disease. Pop culture is a disease. Everything that is related to these topics are here by design, meant to dumb you down, and they have been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Okay? And I'm just so happy and thankful that I escaped, the clutches, the tentacles of entertainment. Because I could have gone living my life as a complete and total moron. And I would never know. I would never know that I was a moron. And I guess this is where this cliche, this platitude comes, ignorance is bliss. Well, maybe, but, it's not dignified to be a simpleton, I would say. It's not dignified, bro. Have some respect for yourself. Because I didn't have any respect for myself. I watched anything, and I engaged in anything. I involved myself in anything because I was just so lost in this maelstrom, this vortex of plastic, superficial garbage. And I had nobody to talk to. There was nobody there for me. And maybe this is your case as well. Right? I had no role models. I had no good examples. Everybody around me was doing the same. People my age, people older than me, they were doing this exact same thing. So because I was a moron, I copied what they were doing. This is what happens. And this is what I tell parents. If you're wondering why your child might not respect you, why your child is acting up, why your child is depressed, why your child is not communicating with you, I would say that you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself if you've been a good example, if you are a role model. Because kids, especially when they're young, they copy their parents and then the kids around them. But mostly their parents, because kids, they view their parents as gods and they want to emulate their parents because the parents are the benchmark, the standard. Okay? So this is what happens. This is what happened to me. Entertainment almost destroyed me. Entertainment almost was successful in turning me in just another normie, in just another sheep. mindless, brainless, soulless, tasteless. No standards, no convictions, no principles, right? No scruples. And I think we can argue this, that the majority of people that engage in whatever kind of entertainment, and I'm sure you have some of these people in your life, right? People who watch sports, whatever, who watch the news, whatever, who watch every fucking Netflix show, whatever, who play every kind of video game, it doesn't matter, for the memes, for the lols. These people, they are tacky. Everything about them is tacky. They have no class. They have no good taste, no refinement. This is just my review of them. And I used to be this way. I'm being sincere, no cap. Right? This is what entertainment does to people. Anything goes, whatever. Anything. You can see it in every choice they make. In anything. Every choice exemplifies who they really are deep down. The food they eat, the drinks they drink, the clothes they wear, the way they think, the way they speak, the way they treat themselves and others, the way they act, etc., etc. Everything they consume is the epitome, personifies, the cheapness within, the cheapness on the inside. This is what listen, folks, this is premeditated. The people that created Hollywood, the people that are the master producers of entertainment throughout the ages, throughout the generations, their singular purpose has been to dumb down people, to brainwash them with propaganda, and to turn them into mindless consumers. This is it, and it's so obvious, right? And I was guilty of this. I was like this, right? I'm not special, I'm not above, I'm not exempt from anything, right? I used to be this way. I almost had no hope of escaping, right? So I'm not better than anybody, but at least I'm self-aware now. I see everything, right? And entertainment cannot ensnare me. And I'm not saying that every piece of entertainment is bad or entertainment should be banned or canceled. No, there are some good video games with amazing stories and fucking great characters written wonderfully, etc. But 99% absolute garbage. No cap, right? Absolutely. You're not gonna get any sugarcoating here. People, they stare into their phones because they're afraid to be by themselves. They are afraid of silence. They are afraid of solitude. They are afraid of the darkness. And most of all, they are afraid of the questions that arise when you are by yourself in the darkness. Okay? They fear what the answers may be. And so they recoil and they choose to be, normies and sheep. Because it's so easier. It's so comfortable. Right? Entertainment makes you comfortable. Entertainment desensitizes, atrophies, numbs you down so that anything is passable. Anything, whatever it is sufficient to satiate you, to gratify you, to satisfy you. Anything goes. Here's a meme video about anime, whatever. Go for it, bro. Right? You have to have standards. Otherwise, you have to have higher standards. You have to have some sort of dignity, right? You have to distinguish. You have to have the ability to distinguish between quality, beauty, real thinking, critical thinking, and absolute, and the absolute opposite of those criteria. You should be able to see gold and manure. You should know the difference, and you should stay away from the manure, from the fecal matter, right? And this is yet another success of entertainment. Now people lack the ability to distinguish between manure and gold. Or if they can distinguish, they will pick the manure because at least it is meme worthy, right? It's meme worthy, right? Everything for a laugh, everything for a giggle, right? It's so like undignified. This is the only word that I can think of. It's so meek. It's so minuscule, pathetic, right? For a laugh, for a laugh. People have sold their souls and their integrity for a laugh, for a laugh, for a laugh, right? They have cheapened themselves to feel good. They have prostituted themselves to the mercy of this fucking lame entertainment so that they don't feel sadness, so they don't feel depressed, to repress all of that anguish, right? Right? Instead of confronting all of that, they would much rather postpone it or deny it altogether because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. I refuse to be comfortable, right? So this is about it, man. I was one of the lucky ones, and I'm so thankful every day because, instead of reading real books and thinking and writing, right now, instead of doing this video discussing this very important topic, if I didn't escape the clutches of this whore of Babylon, this cheap entertainment, then right now I would have spent my time watching whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would have watched anything. No matter what, it didn't matter. And now, listen, bro, now you have with the internet, you can watch anything at any time. You can binge watch fucking anything, even the good ones. And even now, I have this infinite universe of movies, shows, animations, and I barely watch a couple each year. So every year I maybe watch a couple, a handful that are good, with all of this bounty in front of me, an infinite horizon of possibilities, and I refuse because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in what this world has to offer me, right? And I'm not trying to be a snob or whatever. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not better than anybody. But I don't care, right? I don't care about all these lame-ass shows. I don't care. Or the controversy over, I don't know, Hogwarts Legacy. Whatever. I don't know about this shit. I don't care about Harry Potter. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Take this garbage away from me. I got better things to do with my time. Right? So do yourself, do yourself a kindness and reevaluate, what you have been doing all this time, because, man, I was so shocked to find out that I was a dum-dum, right? I was a dum-dum, and it shocked me. I was like, wait a minute, I thought that I knew better because everybody was doing this, so therefore, how could I be a dum-dum? Because people watched this and they liked it, therefore, I'm just like them. The Hive Mentality. It's not good, folks. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for anybody, right? And it's certainly not healthy for kids to to be, indoctrinated into this so early. Listen, bro, I'm probably the last generation of kids that was raised by the television, early 90s, right? And boy, that did not do me any good, right? There were some positives. I learned 2 foreign languages, it developed my imagination, but still, the television was and is a devilish propaganda and brainwashing machine. And people didn't know any better. And they put their kids in front of the TV all the time, 24/7, day in and day out. This was my life as a kid. The TV almost destroyed me, almost turned me into another mindless consumer. And now kids they have what I had, but 1,000-fold. With the television, you only have a number of fucking programs and shows, but with the internet, shit, boy, you got an ocean that is boundless of pure trash. You can watch anything, anywhere, on any device, and kids are born with devices now. Everybody's got a Netflix password, HBO Max and shit, right? That's the most dangerous weapon possible for the complete and total annihilation of the human mind and the human psyche, right? And kids are just given access to all of this because parents don't want to deal with them. Because if they give access, then they won't have to deal with the terrible burden of actually raising their children to be decent human beings, right? This is what happened to me. I stayed in front of the TV and I left my parents alone, and this was just amazing for them. And I guess, this is what's happening to parents and children all over the world. They don't want to deal with this shit because they're tired. Here's a device. Watch your stupid cartoons, bro. Right? So now, kids are being educated, raised by the devices and the cheap entertainment therein. And the results. Shit, boy, you can see the results. Garbage in, garbage out. Like, you talk about quality, I don't see no quality. I ain't seen nothing but the worst of the worst. And you can't even imagine what that is. People are they're not aware of their situation. They think that, I've seen this, folks. People think that they are geniuses and masters and they think they're in control, and they think that they are this wondrous miracle. Like, and the results, they speak otherwise. My God. A dumbness so profound and so prolific that it almost shatters the world. That's how limitless it is in its potential to destroy everything that is miraculous and wonderful, right? Shit, and my escape, it was a miracle. My escape was a miracle. Right? I do not seek to be entertained 24/7. I don't want to be entertained. I seek a message, an idea, a story, a narrative that is elevated, that it has something more profound and interesting to say. Instead, I don't want to be tickled, bro. I don't want to be tickled. I seek the essentials, the rawness, the truth of the matter, something that hits home and the wound never heals. This is what I'm searching for when I read a book or whatever, right? I'm not interested in the paltry, in the second-rate, third-rate B list, C tier. I don't give a shit about that. Just to pass the time, just to have fun with the boys, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. That shit is for simpletons. And everybody is entitled to live how they want to live. But I don't want to live that way. Not anymore. Right? It is only when you pursue those things that are meant to hoist mankind from, savagery. It is only then when you realize that you've been a savage all along. And you can never go back. When you realize that you've been a beast your entire life, you should feel ashamed and you should want to escape, even if your life depends on it. You want to flee. You want to go somewhere different, right? You want to fly away. This is what happened to me. I wanted to fucking skyrocket away, right? Because I was a dumbass for half of my life. A pure and simple village idiot, right? Thanks to entertainment. This is what happens to people. This is why most people are dumber than a sack of bricks. And I don't want to insult anybody. It's the truth. You just have to listen to what they speak, how they think, how they behave in public. It's embarrassing. Banal and mediocre doesn't even cut it. There's not even a word to describe this grotesque shit that's happening right now, right? There is no word in the dictionary. Absolutely. This is a new level, a new low. I thought that we had reached, rock bottom as a species in terms of degeneracy and, de-evolution. Nah, bruh. It goes deeper, bruh. There is no bottom. It keeps going downhill. It keeps getting worse. Thanks to entertainment, thanks to the fact that there are no role models, no examples. To the contrary, right? If I have the option of being with someone and watching some dumb shit or doing some dumb shit or being alone, I will choose to be alone, in a box rather than subject myself to this spectacle, this theater, this pageant spectacle, right? I refuse, right? And I think this is pretty much it, right? You shouldn't be so accustomed to being dumbed down. You shouldn't be so comfortable with being brainless, right? You should think for yourself, and you should reevaluate everything you're doing. Because I used to eat everything. I mean, anything. The cheapest of the cheap. I would buy the cheapest thing, the cheapest quality. It didn't now. I'm very patient with what I do. I pick rare items. I don't care if it costs whatever. I just choose quality. If I have to have a few that are quality, I would choose a few than, a bundle of the cheapest garbage possible, right? In anything, in everything. What you eat, who you hang out with, where do you go, how you spend your time. Everything has to be evaluated and changed drastically and, instantaneously. It has to change. Otherwise you are doomed to be, a peasant, a commoner, a dum-dum. You don't want to be a dum-dum. This is one of my, ideas. The village idiot used to be scorned and, sidelined back in the day. Now, being the village idiot is the one and only pursuit. It has been accepted on all fronts. It has been embraced everywhere. It is the way to be. It is the way to perform. Right? To be the village idiot has spread like a plague. And it is accepted almost everywhere as being the one and only way. Being the village idiot is the only way to be now, and it is insisted upon. It is sponsored. It is supported. It is financed. It is pushed. And it is beaten into our heads that this is the way to be. This is the only, archetype. This is the standard. This is the model that how a person should be today. A mindless fool. Be a mindless fool and accept anything. Be a consumer of the lowest of the low. Be the worst that you can be. This is the model that has been embraced today, and everybody's simping for it. Everybody's simping for it. And they're proud of it. I'm a moron. They're proud of it. They're proud to be imbeciles. They're happy to be fools because being a fool means that you don't have to think about anything. And if you don't have to think about anything, you are an animal, and animals are happy in ignorance. I mean, what else is there to say? What else is there to say, really? Entertainment is for the simple-minded. Because the simple-minded never evaluate anything. The simple-minded take what they can get out of desperation to fill the void inside of them. The simple-minded, the foolish, they do not analyze anything, nor do they question anything, because they do not have the capacity to do so, nor do they wish to have this capacity. They only need the satisfaction of their primordial urges, and they go about this in the most lame, cringe way imaginable, right? I have no problem with satisfying yourself, but do it in a more elegant manner, at least. Nah, they don't care about this. Only to satisfy in any way. Fuck elegance, fuck refinement, fuck sophistication, it doesn't matter. This is the mindset of an animal, folks. Of an insect, right? And this is what the system wants human beings to be. To a metamorphosis from a human being into, a lesser creature, a homunculus. This is what the system wishes to accomplish with the aid by employing one of its minions, which is entertainment. Okay? That is why entertainment exists. That is why it is financed with, so much money you can't even count. This is why sports are so big. This is why athletes earn, astronomical sums, because they distract the masses, and because they distract the masses don't have time, and they don't possess the preference to think. That is why athletes and actors and what have you make so much money, because they do their job perfectly. They have turned you into a mindless fool. They have lowered you to the level of a simple-minded child. This is the mission of entertainment, and I refuse, and this is why I will wage my holy war against entertainment to my last breath. So that's about it. If you want to support your boy, I got a few books on Amazon that talk about all of these subjects and more. The link will be down below. Thanks for watching, right? Keep on reading. That's extremely important. Read as much as possible. Think for yourself. Never go with the fucking groups, with the crowd. The crowd will dumb you down. Okay? Think for yourself. Be an individual by yourself. Like I always say, be yourself by yourself if the company you keep tries to change that. Okay? Thanks for watching. See ya.